Good morning, students. Today we are continuing with the morphology of flowering plants second lecture, right? In previous class we studied root, modifications of root. Root are performing various additional functions. In case of modified root, you can see some of the modified roots are helping for storage of food material. Even some of the roots are doing respiration also, right? Isn't it amazing, right? Rhizophora example we have seen in previous class. Rhizophora, those roots are doing respiration, breathing. Okay, in today's class we are continuing with the next part of the plant body, that is a stem. Let's begin. Stem. What are the features that distinguish a stem from a root? What are the differences? Or you can see some of the characters which are unique for stem only. So stem is having nodes and internodes. Stem is having nodes and internode, whereas roots are not having nodes and internode. That is the main criteria, you can say, by which one can distinguish root and stem. Root is not having nodes and internode, whereas stem is having distinct nodes and internode. Nodes are those areas from the stem from which leaf develops. The areas on the stem from which leaf develop, they are called nodes. A gap between the two nodes is internode, where some of the stems are growing underground also. Most of the time what we think stem means, it is the vertically growing ascending part of the plant body, but sometimes stem can also grow underground, helping for storage of food material. Stem is ascending part of the axis, ascending. It is upward part of the plant body having branches, leaves, flowers and fruits. Yes, stem is having branches, leaves, flower and fruits. It develops from plumule part of the seed embryo. Remember, seed is having embryo, and embryo has two important areas. One is radicle, one is plumule. From the radicle develops root system, and from the plumule develop shoot system of a germinating seed. Inside a germinating seed, you will find two important areas. One is radicle, one is plumule. Stem bears nodes and internode. Stem contain nodes and internodes. The main function of the stem is spreading out branches. Yes, stem का main function क्या है? Spreading branches. One branch is growing right side, one branch is growing left side. So the branching of the plant body is mainly because of this stem. Spread the leaves, flower and fruit, and stem is also conducting water, minerals and photosynthetates. Photosynthetates, that means whatever food produced during photosynthesis, that food is also translocated in the plant body with the help of stem. Some stems perform function of storage of food. Some stem help in storage of food, some provide support and some provide protection and vegetative propagation. These are the functions of stem. Stem may be helping for storage of food in case of modifications, support sometime, protection, even sometimes stem is helping for vegetative propagation. Stem may not always be typically like what they are expected to be. मतलब जो हम सोचते हैं stem always upward part of the plant body, not necessary. Stem is to be always an upward part of the plant body. Sometimes stem can be descending also. Sometimes stem can be underground also. They are modified to perform different functions. Stem perform different functions. Underground stems of potato, ginger, turmeric, zameenkhand, calocasia are modified to store food in them. What are the stem modifications? Ginger, turmeric, right? Zameenkhand, potato, these are all underground stems which are growing beneath the soil, helping for storage of food material. Stem tendrils, you can see stem tendril which develop from axillary buds. Stem tendril matlab spring like structure, spring wire like structure developing from the sides of stem, axillary buds se develop ho rahe and they are helping for climbing the plant upon the support. A plant is climbing upon the support with the help of these spring wire like structure, as in case of pumpkin plant, cucurbita plant, right? Such as garuds. What are the garuds? Cucumber, pumpkin, watermelon, even grape plants. In some plant, stem is also modified into sharp pointed structure. They are called thorns. They are called thorns. In short, what we studied here, stem means it is the ascending part of the plant body. Stem means it developing from plumule part of the seed embryo. Stem is helping for conduction of food material. Stem mainly helping for branchings, spreading leaves, flower, fruits. Stem contain distinct nodes and internodes. And there are various types of stems, not necessary always stem to be upward part of the plant body. Sometimes it can even be underground part of the plant body also. Ginger, turmeric, zameenkhand, calocasia, potato, these are some of the stem names which are growing underground, helping for storage of food material. Sometimes stem can also be modified into a spring wire like structure, helping for climbing upon a support. Correct? And sometimes stem can also be modified into sharp pointed structure, thorns. Those are called thorn for defense purpose. There are some plants which are called garuds. And these garuds, they are having what is spirally coiled spring like structure. Cucumber plant, pumpkin plant, watermelon plant, grape plants, these are having what is spring like structure, helping for climbing upon the support. Let's see diagrammatically also. Here some of the underground stems you can see. The first one here, first one ginger. Ginger is underground stem and it is called rhizome. Ginger is underground stem and it is called rhizome. What is meant by rhizome? Rhizome means it is horizontally growing underground stem. Horizontally growing underground stem, helping for storage of food material. Upon the surface of ginger, if you see carefully, upon the surface of ginger, you will find distinct markings, distinct lines. Clear cut lines can be seen on the surface of ginger. These are nothing but nodes. What they are called? Nodes. Zameenkhand. Zameenkhand is vertically growing underground stem. It is called corm. Rhizome, how it grow? Prostrate. That means horizontally. And zameenkhand, how it grow? Vertically. Potato is called tuber. And here you can see these three, whatever diagrams given in NCERT, ginger, zameenkhand, potato, these are called underground stem for storage of food material. These plants, ginger, zameenkhand and potato, they store food material in their underground stem. And here you can see axillary bud modified into tendril. In this picture, you can see axillary bud. Axillary bud is present at the side of the stem, at the leaf base, and it is having a spring wire-like structure. And these spring wire-like structure, they are called tendrils. क्या बोलेंगे इनको? Tendril बोलेंगे. What are tendril? Spring wire-like structure, as you can see in this picture. Axillary bud, that means from the sides of the stem at the leaf base there is an axillary bud, and that axillary bud is forming a spirally coiled spring-like structure called tendril for climbing upon the support. And here, next one more example you can see, bougainvillea. Bougainvillea plant. Bougainvillea plant is having spines, or you can say thorn. This is the thorn, sharp pointed structure developing from the sides of the stem. These are called thorns और spines बोल रहे हैं इनको. NCERT में spines बोल के भी मेंशन किया है. कांटे होते हैं. These are sharp pointed structure for defense purpose. A plant protect themselves from herbivore animal by using these sharp pointed structure, thorns. And here one more stem you can see, the stem which grow, or you can say which runs just beneath the soil, the stem which runs parallel to the earth surface is called runner. क्या बोलेंगे? Runner बोलेंगे. And runner can be seen in grass. Runner can be seen in grass. Oxalis species. Oxalis is a type of grass here which is growing, running parallel to the earth's surface just beneath the soil, and it is having what? Distinct nodes, internodes, and it is spreading to new areas. Why this stem is called runner? Because it is spread into an area. It is spread kilometers of area by means of this horizontally growing underground stem. It is called a runner. Now, next some other points here related to stem. Underground of some plants such as grass, strawberry, spread to new niches. What is mean by new niches? New niches means new habitat, new places, new locations. Some plants like grass and strawberry, it is spread to new niches. It is given like this in NCERT book. जब भी आप ये line पढ़ेंगे, you will get doubt here. Grass and strawberry spread to new niches means they spread to new areas. And when older part die, new plants are formed. मतलब grass and strawberry spread to new niches, and such a stem is called runner. This is for runner. Spread to new niches बोल रहा है ना, spread to new places, new locations. It is called runner. Whereas plants like mint, jasmine, in case of mint and jasmine, a lateral branch arises from the base of main stem, and after growing aerially for some time, arc downward. That means from the base of main stem, a lateral branch is growing. Say for example, this is the plant. From the base of this main stem, a lateral branch growing aerially upward and then bend downward, touches the ground. Then it is called stolon. क्या बोलेंगे ऐसे stem को? Stolon बोलेंगे. We will make the notes, don't worry. And in some example like pineapple, banana, chrysanthemum, इनको हम ऐसे याद रख सकते हैं PCB, पाइनएप्पल, क्राइसैंथेमम एंड बनाना. PCB भी बोल के याद रख सकते हैं, पाइनएप्पल, क्राइसैंथेमम, बनाना. In case of this plant, what happens? Lateral branches originate from the base area base area of the stem, grow horizontally beneath the soil and then come out obliquely upward. Obliquely upward, it comes upward obliquely, giving rise to leafy shoots. Okay, so many stem modifications. We will take them one by one, all the stem modification. Okay students, let's begin making the notes of today's class. Stem. What is a stem? First point, ascending part of the plant body. Ascending part, because it grow upward, that's why ascending. If any part is growing downward, it will be called descending. ये ascending part है. Develop from, कहाँ से निकलता है? Develop from plumule. Plumule, part of the seed embryo, has nodes and internodes. Nodes and internodes. From nodes, leaf develop. Leaves develops. नोड से निकलेंगे लीव्स, नोड से डेवलप होते हैं लीव्स. ठीक है. गैप बिटवीन द टू नोड्स, गैप बिटवीन द टू नोड्स, इंटरनोड. ठीक है. स्टेम मीन्स पॉजिटिवली phototropic. That means the stem always grow towards sunlight, towards the direction of sunlight. It is called positively phototropic. Positively phototropic. Stem contains apical bud. Apical bud at the tip. Stem contain apical bud at the tip and axillary buds, from the sides of stem, from the leaf bases also you can write, from the leaf base. If I draw here, suppose this is the stem. Stem is having what? Nodes. From node, leaf develop. Here one leaf, here one leaf. Like this many leaves can be seen. Okay, the point from which leaf develop, these points are called node. क्या बोलेंगे? Node बोलेंगे. जहां से leaf develop हो रहे हैं, node. The point from which leaf develop, node. Gap between the two node, what do you call this gap? Internode. Internode बोलेंगे. And at the tip of the stem, here, at the tip of the stem you will get apical bud. Apical bud is present here at the tip of the stem, and from the sides of the stem, at the leaf base, at every leaf base you will find one axillary bud also. Axillary bud also from every leaf base. Take down these points. Okay students, apical bud is present at the tip of the stem, axillary bud is present at the sides of the stem. Note down these points. And why stem is called positively phototropic? Stem is called positively phototropic because stem is always growing towards the direction of sunlight. It is always growing towards the sunlight. That's why stem is called positively phototropic, towards sunlight. Okay. चलिए नोट करेंगे नेक्स्ट पॉइंट. स्टेम mainly help in yes, what are the function of stem? Support, branching, spreading of leaves, flowers, fruits, and even stem is also helping for conduction of water, minerals, and photosynthetates, whatever food material synthesized, photosynthetates is also translocated through stem. Stem is mainly helping for support, mechanical support, giving support. A complete plant is standing on the stem, and stem bear all the weight of the stem, all the weight of the plant body, and stem is giving mechanical support. Even stem is also helping for branchings. Stem is also helping for spreading of leaves, flower, fruits. कंडक्शन ऑफ वाटर में भी हेल्प कर रहा है स्टेम. मिनरल्स, स्टेम के अंदर से वाटर मिनरल ट्रांसपोर्ट हो रहे हैं, फूड भी ट्रांसपोर्ट हो रहा है, फोटोसिंथेटेट्स भी ट्रांसपोर्ट हो रहा है. ठीक है, चलिए नेक्स्ट. नाउ व्हाट आर द मॉडिफिकेशंस ऑफ स्टेम? मॉडिफिकेशंस ऑफ स्टेम, ठीक है. मॉडिफिकेशंस ऑफ स्टेम, modifications of stem. Here we will take the first one. rhizome जा रहे हैं हम. rhizome का बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल है जिंजर टर्मरिक है. एंड हाउ इट ग्रोज? अंडरग्राउंड स्टेम है, ये अंडरग्राउंड स्टेम है. grows horizontally, has distinct nodes and internodes, और इंटरनोड्स. मतलब राइजोम के ऊपर नोड्स और इंटरनोड होते हैं. ठीक है. On the surface of rhizome you will find nodes and internodes. Suppose if I draw here a rhizome, ginger, on the surface of ginger you will find like this type of clear cut distinct linings, and these lines are nothing but nodes बोले. And small plantlets are developing from these nodes. Plantlets arises from which area of the rhizome? Question can be asked. Plantlets develop from the nodes of the rhizome. Nodes से निकलते हैं plantlet. Plantlet develop from the nodes. Okay, first make the diagram. We will go to next type of modification of stem. Now second type of stem modification is corm. corm क्या होगा देखिए, vertically growing underground fleshy stem. Example for this is zameenkhand, calocasia. These are example for corm type of stem. Third type of modification, tuber. Example potato होता है tuber का. And how potato tubers are growing? See, suppose this is the root system of the plant body. From the base of main stem, a lateral branch grows, and these lateral branches are having potato tubers. Okay. Calocasia zameenkhand means it is a vertically growing underground stem like this. Vertically growing underground stem होगा, ये corm बोलते हैं. Potato tuber are growing from the base, from the branchings of the base of stem, from the branchings of base of the main stem, tips swollen. देखिए, फ्रॉम द बेस ऑफ द मेन स्टेम, यहां से ब्रांचेस निकल रहे हैं और इनके टिप्स कैसे हैं? स्वेलन है. एंड दी स्वेलन टिप्स आर कॉल्ड पोटैटो ट्यूबर्स. फ्रॉम द ब्रांचिंग्स ऑफ बेस ऑफ द मेन स्टेम टिप्स स्वेलन है, कॉल्ड पोटैटो ट्यूबर्स. अपॉन द पोटैटो ट्यूबर के ऊपर डिस्टिंक्ट लाइन्स कैन बी सीन, और ये डिस्टिंक्ट लाइन को हम क्या बोलते हैं? नोड्स बोलते हैं. डिस्टिंक्ट नोड्स बोलेंगे. एग्जाम्पल फॉर दिस पोटैटो ऑलरेडी रिटन. एंड दिस पोटैटो नोड्स also called potato eyes. Potato nodes को potato eyes भी बोलेंगे. And from them later on axillary bud develops. Small plantlets develop. छोटे छोटे plantlet, बहुत ही small plantlets develop. Sometime on the surface of potato you can see some green plantlets developing, small plants developing. Those are developing from which area? Nodes. They are developing from the node areas of the potato tuber. Okay, चलिए नेक्स्ट. 3 मॉडिफिकेशन हो गए. 4th मॉडिफिकेशन बता रहा हूं मैं अभी. फर्स्ट राइजोम वी हैव सीन. कॉर्म के बाद जो पोटैटो ट्यूबर भी देखे हम. अब देख रहे हैं हम दिस थॉर्न्स क्या होते हैं? थॉर्न्स, इफ आई ड्रॉ थॉर्न्स from the axillary bud of the stem, sharp pointed structure develop like this. These sharp pointed structures are called thorns. What are thorns? Sharp pointed structures developing from axillary buds for defense purpose, for defense के लिए. और इनके एग्जाम्पल क्या हैं? सिट्रस, बोगनविलिया, में है. ये डिफेंस के लिए, प्रोटेक्शन के लिए, डिफेंस के लिए है. दिस इज वन एडिशनल टाइप ऑफ मॉडिफिकेशन. चलिए नेक्स्ट टाइप ऑफ मॉडिफिकेशन जा रहे हैं. सिट्रस और बोगनविलिया में याद रखिए थॉर्न्स हैं, शार्प पॉइंटेड स्ट्रक्चर्स, थॉर्न्स। नेक्स्ट जाएंगे अब हम, व्हाट इज द नेक्स्ट मॉडिफिकेशन नंबर 5th, स्टेम टेंड्रिल्स। स्टेम टेंड्रिल्स क्या होते हैं बताइए? स्पाइरली कॉइल्ड spring like structure from axillary bud। कहां से निकल रहे हैं? एक्सिलरी बड से निकल रहे हैं। सपोज दिस इज द प्लांट, फ्रॉम द एक्सिलरी बड arises a spring wire like structure, these are called tendrils, helping for, what is the purpose of this coil shaped structure? Helping for climbing में हेल्प कर रहे हैं। यस, एग्जाम्पल फॉर सच ए कंडीशन स्टेम टेंड्रिल। ये स्टेम टेंड्रिल है, टेंड्रिल इसी को बोलते हैं। एग्जाम्पल फॉर सच स्टेम टेंड्रिल्स आर गरूट्स। गरूट्स मतलब ये कुछ वेजिटेबल्स होते हैं, जैसे क्यूक्यूम्बर, पंपकिन, वाटरमेलन में भी मिलेगा ये, वाटरमेलन, इवन समटाइम सीन इन ग्रेप वाइन्स। मतलब गरूट्स मतलब इतने आ रहे हैं, देखिए क्यूक्यूम्बर, पंपकिन, वाटरमेलन। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट ग्रेप वाइन्स, ग्रेप के जो प्लांट्स हैं, इन दैट आल्सो स्टेम टेंड्रिल डेवलप्स। ओके, फास्ट टेक डाउन। Now modification number 7, phylloclade। फिल्लोक्लेड्स क्या होते हैं देखिए, फिल्लोक्लेड क्या होता है? ग्रीन फ्लैटेंड स्टेम लाइक स्ट्रक्चर, ग्रीन फ्लैटेंड स्टेम लाइक स्ट्रक्चर like this. Upon this you can find clearly spines. Have you seen this type of plant? So many spines, बहुत ज्यादा कांटे होते हैं प्लांट के ऊपर। यस, लाइक दिस, कैक्टस, ओपनशिया प्लांट बोलते हैं इसको। ठीक है, ये फिल्लोक्लेड है, ये स्टेम मॉडिफिकेशन है, नाम है फिल्लोक्लेड। व्हाट इज फिल्लोक्लेड? फिल्लोक्लेड इज ग्रीन, ठीक है, फ्लैटेंड और समटाइम्स सिलिंड्रिकल भी हो सकते हैं। ये सिलिंड्रिकल स्टेम है, ग्रीन फ्लैटेंड सिलिंड्रिकल स्टेम, ग्रीन फ्लैटेंड सिलिंड्रिकल स्टेम कंटेनिंग मेनी स्पाइन्स, कंटेनिंग मेनी, बहुत ज्यादा स्पाइन्स होते हैं ना, कांटे होते हैं, मेनी स्पाइन्स। This is what phylloclade. Phylloclade is green, flattened, cylindrical stem containing many spines for defense purpose. And here spines are actually modification of leaves. Spines leaf हैं, और जो green expanded दिख रहा है structure वो stem है, modification of stem है। Example for this, ओपनशिया प्लांट में देख सकते हैं ऐसा मॉडिफिकेशन, ओपनशिया, यूफॉर्बिया में भी देख सकते हैं, ओपनशिया एंड यूफॉर्बिया। ये मॉडिफिकेशन नंबर 7 था, मॉडिफिकेशन नंबर 7। टेक डाउन दिस फास्ट। नाउ लेट्स मूव टू नेक्स्ट मॉडिफिकेशन ऑफ स्टेम। नेक्स्ट मॉडिफिकेशन ऑफ स्टेम जा रहे हैं हम, मॉडिफिकेशन नंबर 8, रनर। रनर क्या है? इट इज अ हॉरिजॉन्टली ग्रोविंग अंडरग्राउंड स्टेम है, हॉरिजॉन्टली ग्रोविंग अंडरग्राउंड स्टेम है, हैविंग क्लस्टर ऑफ लीव्स अबव एंड क्लस्टर ऑफ रूट्स below। horizontally growing underground stem, horizontally growing and spreading, yes, spreading to new niches. niches मतलब किसको बोलते हैं बोला मैं? niches means places, place or habitat. एग्जाम्पल फॉर दिस काइंड ऑफ मॉडिफिकेशन ऑफ स्टेम, ये जो ब्लू कलर के दिख रहा है, ब्लू कलर स्ट्रक्चर, दैट इज द स्टेम विच इज स्प्रेडिंग. एग्जाम्पल फॉर दिस इज ग्रास, स्ट्रॉबेरी, ग्रास एंड स्ट्रॉबेरी. मॉडिफिकेशन नंबर 9 स्टोलॉन बोल रहे हैं. व्हाट हैपन्स इन स्टोलॉन? Suppose this is the plant, from the base of main stem, ये अर्थ सरफेस है, from the base of main stem a lateral branch grows aerially above and then bend downward, touches the ground forming roots. फिर यहां से भी रूट निकलते हैं. And this kind of modification is stolon. क्या बोलेंगे इसको? stolon बोलेंगे. From the base of main stem, a lateral branch is growing aerially above and then bend downward, touches the ground. It is called stolon. Stolon देख सकते हैं आप in case of mint and jasmine. Mint and jasmine shows stolon. Lateral branch grows vertically upward and then bend downward. क्या लिखेंगे? Lateral branch grows vertically upwards, and then bend downwards, touches ground. yes, ground को भी टच करना चाहिए. this type of modification is stolon बोलेंगे. mint और jasmine में मिलेगा. देखिए, a lateral branch grows from the base of main stem, grows vertically upward and then touches the ground. stolon बोलेंगे. नेक्स्ट 2 मॉडिफिकेशन और हैं. लेट्स सी देम. मॉडिफिकेशन नंबर 10 इन स्टेम. नेक्स्ट मॉडिफिकेशन इज सक्कर. इन सक्कर व्हाट हैपेंस? सी, दिस इज द प्लांट. A lateral branch grows from the base of main stem obliquely upward and it is not coming downward. This is sucker. Lateral branch grows obliquely upwards, not coming downward. हाँ, वापस नहीं आना है. एग्जाम्पल फॉर दिस इज, बहुत ही आसान बताया था मेथड में, PCB, पाइनएप्पल, क्रेसेंथीमम, बनाना बोल के याद रखना है. पाइनएप्पल, क्रेसेंथीमम, बनाना, these 3 plants are having this kind of modification. Sucker. What is the difference between stolon and sucker? In case of stolon, a branch is growing vertically upward and then bent downward. वापस भी आता, बट sucker में वापस नहीं आना है, ऊपर ही जाना है बस. Yes, this kind of modification is sucker type of modification. stolon में क्या हुआ था? Return back to the ground, but in sucker not returning back to the ground. Okay, that is the main difference. ये हो गया सकर टाइप ऑफ मॉडिफिकेशन। वन मोर मॉडिफिकेशन है ऑफसेट। ऑफसेट लिखेंगे मॉडिफिकेशन नंबर 11 ऑफसेट। मॉडिफिकेशन नंबर 10 हो गया ऑफसेट जा रहा है। व्हाट इज ऑफसेट? इट इज अ मॉडिफिकेशन ऑफ स्टेम सीन इन केस ऑफ aquatic plant which is having a short one internode only, a short one internode stem having a cluster of leaves above, and cluster of roots below in aquatic condition। कहाँ पर रहेंगे ये? aquatic condition, मतलब ये पूरा प्लांट वाटर में रहेगा। ये मॉडिफिकेशन को हम ऑफसेट बोलते हैं। ठीक है, ऑफसेट का मतलब ये है वन शॉर्ट इंटरनोड स्टेम हैविंग rosette of leaves above, rosette मतलब क्लस्टर, ग्रुप ऑफ लीव्स अबव, एंड क्लस्टर ऑफ रूट्स बिलो, एज इन केस ऑफ एक्वाटिक प्लांट। इन एक्वाटिक प्लांट में देख सकते हैं, इन एक्वाटिक प्लांट्स लाइक विच एक्वाटिक प्लांट लाइक पिस्टिया, आइकॉर्निया में होता है ऐसे, पिस्टिया आइकॉर्निया में होता है। ठीक है, नोट करिए पॉइंट। ऑफसेट में क्या होता है ना, वन इंटरनोड स्टेम होता है हैविंग रोसेट ऑफ लीव्स अबव, क्लस्टर ऑफ रूट्स बिलो। मतलब रोसेट का मतलब ये है ना, यहां पर रोसेट ऑफ लीव्स अबव, क्लस्टर ऑफ रूट्स बिलो, और ये बीच में जो है ये ऑफसेट है, स्टेम है ना वो ऑफसेट है। वन इंटरनोड इसलिए बोल रहे हैं बिकॉज यहां पर एक नोड है लीफ डेवलप हो रहा है, यहां पर एक नोड है लीफ डेवलप हो रहा है, गैप बिटवीन द टू नोड यहां से लेकर यहां तक इंटरनोड हो गया, तो इसके लिए ऑफसेट बोलेंगे, ऑफसेट। देखिए फास्ट एक बार हम पूरे मॉडिफिकेशन देख लेते आ रहे हैं, क्या क्या पढ़े हम क्लास में आज। फर्स्ट वी हैव टेकन इंट्रोडक्शन टू द स्टेम, राइट, देन मॉडिफिकेशन स्टार्ट हो गया राइजोम 1, कॉर्म, ट्यूबर, थॉर्न्स, स्टेम टेंड्रिल, है ना, स्टेम टेंड्रिल है। ठीक है, यहाँ पर जो है ये 6th मॉडिफिकेशन था, ये 6th मॉडिफिकेशन था स्टेम टेंड्रिल के बाद। फिलोक्लेट्स, रनर, स्टोलॉन, सकर। ठीक है, ये ऑफसेट 10 मॉडिफिकेशन है स्टेम के, 10 मॉडिफिकेशन हो रहा है स्टेम के टोटल। सो व्हाट इज द मेथड टू रीड देम, हाउ टू रिमेंबर द एग्जाम्पल? सो यू हैव टू मेक ए लिस्ट, बहुत ही आसान है। राइजोम एक बताया मैं, कॉर्म एक बताया, ट्यूबर, स्टेम टेंड्रिल्स, स्टेम थॉर्न्स, ठीक है। और उसके बाद मैं बताया, देखिए रनर, स्टोलॉन, सक्कर, ऑफसेट। तो आपको क्या करना है, फिलोक्लेट, आपको क्या करना है, इन सब के एग्जाम्पल प्रैक्टिस करना है। रनर का एग्जाम्पल जिंजर है, जिंजर इज द बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल, एंड कॉर्म का एग्जाम्पल जमीन खंद है, देन ट्यूबर का एग्जाम्पल पोटैटो है, स्टेम टेंड्रिल के एग्जाम्पल क्यूक्यूम्बर है, पम्पकिन है, देन वन मोर थॉर्न का एग्जाम्पल बोगनविलिया है, रनर का एग्जाम्पल ऑक्सैलिस है, ग्रास, ऑक्सैलिस या ग्रास भी बोल सकते हैं, स्ट्रॉबेरी में भी आ सकता है, स्टोलॉन का एग्जाम्पल मिंट एंड जैस्मिन है, शक्कर का एग्जाम्पल पीसीबी है, ठीक है, एंड ऑफसेट का एग्जाम्पल पिस्टिया इकॉर्निया है, फिलोक्लेट का एग्जाम्पल जो है ओपनशिया, ओपनशिया, कैक्टस, यूफॉर्बिया भी बोल रहे हैं, ठीक है, यूफॉर्बिया प्लांट में भी आना। लाइक दिस इफ यू मेक ए लिस्ट फ्रॉम योर नोट्स, ऐसा एक लिस्ट बना के रख लीजिए एंड रिवाइज देम फ्रीक्वेंटली, है ना, एक 4-5 डेज के लिए रिवाइज करना है, एंड डेफिनेटली ऑल एग्जाम्पल यू विल गेट remember, you can remember easily. So it is an example oriented chapter, students. So many examples are there, and you need to be practicing every day. Every day you have to practice examples of root, stem for about 1 week. If you practice it for 1 week, definitely you can remember all the example. It is very easy chapter, and question is going to be example based. Most of the time question they are asking from this morphology of flowering plant from the example. If example is not coming, they will give explanation like this: name the type of stem modification which is 1 internode long, having rosette of leaves above, cluster of roots below in aquatic plant. What do you call this stem? Offset. इस तरीके से प्रैक्टिस करना है आपको. Okay students, all the stem modification we have covered today that are in your syllabus. In next class we will continue with the next topic of flowering plant, that is the leaf part.